Up next is Hayden Otto of BitcoinBCH.com, who recently made that famous They Lie video. So Hayden just needs to turn on his video.
Yo,
There he is.
I'm here.
All right, it's yours. Go for it.
How's it going? Well, yeah, this is 3 years now of Bitcoin Cash today. And, undoubtedly, Bitcoin Cash is the most capable cryptocurrency that exists at the moment and the one with the greatest potential, which is yet to be unlocked. And I'll just give a quick presentation today about some of my thoughts on the marketing side of things and my advice to Bitcoin Cashers on where I think we should be directing our focus going forward. If you don't know who I am, I'm Hayden Otto, and I'm probably most well known in BCH for producing a bunch of cool YouTube videos, and I've been doing that for a few years now. What kind of inspired me to start doing that was when I saw there wasn't really anybody else doing anything. And so I kind of wanted to throw myself into the ring there and contribute on that front because I got some skills in that area. And so that's what I've been doing. And I first started making videos about Bitcoin Cash probably at the end of 2017 or like start of 2018 more seriously. But I was Bitcoin Cash from day one. Obviously, as a user of Bitcoin, I was not happy when it was crippled and I could no longer use it as I had been using it previously. It was no better than banks. And so this is really the type of thing that I was pushing for and like marketing Bitcoin as, which is the electronic cash system. And anyhow, I thought immediately, like when the split occurred with BTC back in 2017, I thought that the Bitcoin Cash price would almost certainly flip in the inferior BTC version pretty much straight away, but that did not happen. There were some things I did not anticipate at that time, but we did at least give BTC a good run for its money. I think Bitcoin Cash came as close to flipping BTC as any other cryptocurrency has. Nothing has come as far as Bitcoin Cash. It got the closest, and shortly after that bull market came to an end, well, Bitcoin Cash, the value, it didn't stay up where it was. It kind of fell back down, and a lot of money seemed to be going into BTC again. And why would people be doing this, you might ask, if it's so inferior and it's like congested, high fees? Well, I think the main reason is because, unfortunately, most of the market participants are just price speculators who are here today, and they're not really interested in the peer-to-peer electronic cash aspect of things, or like freeing yourself from this debt-based enslavement system and these corrupt banks and everything like that. So that's unfortunate, but I think this is an area we should be refocusing our efforts on in marketing Bitcoin Cash. So just in promoting that to businesses and people who are still trapped inside this banking system, this is the kind of thing that definitely interests them. And that's what I found as well in my endeavors with the adoption, on the adoption front. But anyway, with regards to the price, there's a few reasons why we are not number one today. And that is mainly because there has been a lot of propaganda generated against us, like to attack us with. And this could very well be like a state-sponsored thing, like some government or the banks themselves almost certainly would have been funding these kinds of efforts to suppress peer-to-peer electronic cash. And this is what we've been fighting against for years now. But we have made one mistake in our efforts of like promoting Bitcoin Cash, and I think this is a reason why we are so low value today. We've been promoting it to people who are already in cryptocurrency. Like we've been promoting it to BTC people, trying to convince them and trying to convince other cryptos of why we are so good. But really, we should be targeting people who have not yet been exposed to cryptocurrency. Yeah, just like businesses in your local area who are still using banking. They don't know anything about cryptos. And these are the ones we need to target in marketing efforts as well. So as far as I'm concerned, at this point in time, if we are like expending energy on trying to convince BTC or other cryptocurrency people that we're really good in Bitcoin Cash here, or that Bitcoin Cash is the best solution for payments, I think it's a bit of a waste of time. And the other thing with promoting to this group of people who are not exposed to cryptocurrency yet, I have found in my own efforts with adoption that like once you'll find some guy at some point whose mind's just like blown by the technology. It's like they've never heard of anything like this before, and they're just like their mind is racing with all the different possibilities. They're thinking about what they can do with it in their lives and in their business. And those people are guys who will go like above and beyond and get more involved, like passionate guys like George or like myself are today. They will go and onboard many other people that I don't even have to be involved in. So they will save a lot of efforts on that front as well. And at a certain point, yeah, it's just like a snowballing effect of onboarding more people to Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, I think marketing to BTC guys is a bit of a waste of time now. Like their minds are already ingrained in their beliefs about us, and they've been convinced that Bitcoin Cash is just some copy or like a scam as per the propaganda that was been put out against us. When really what they've done is they have inverted reality, and they have projected things that are true about themselves onto us. And unfortunately, this is what many people in cryptocurrency space believe. So George, do you have any comments about that? Do you agree with what I'm thinking here?
Oh, I agree 100%. Too many people are so worried about, we have to convince those BTC guys that they're wrong. Somebody's wrong on the internet about, a topic that I care about. Nah, I agree with you 100%. We need to, instead of trying to get a bigger slice of the pie, we need to, bake a bigger pie.
Yeah, and I think that'll happen automatically as well. As these other people come in, they start using it in real economic activity, which is like not trading on exchanges, like in the business and for payments, not speculation. And actually, one good thing about with promoting Bitcoin Cash to people, you don't have to be deceptive at all about it or hype it up like some of these other people do on shitcoins or BTC, for example. Like they've hyped up this Lightning Network stuff massively, and it's been a total garbage disappointment. Well, if you're holding out for that, it'd be a disappointment, but you didn't trick guys like me. We've already left that crap behind long ago. And yeah, we don't have to be deceptive about this kind of stuff. So this is making it a lot easier when you can be truthful to people and telling it how great it is. And yeah.
I'm just waiting another 18 months. That's all. Just going to keep sitting here, hodling and waiting 18 months for somebody else to do all the hard work for me.
I think this is a huge problem over there at the moment. But you don't get from like 0 to BTC's current value by doing nothing, which they seem to think is just the case. They're just like, oh, because the supply is limited, it's a digital gold and it's going to go up. But no, they're still riding on like the previous work done by guys like Roger Ver, for example. He's probably the main person promoting BTC in the past, and they're still riding on that merit of being peer-to-peer electronic cash and like for payments, even though it no longer functions like that. So yeah, I'm waiting for the day when that will no longer be the case, but I don't think it's too far off in the future. And I think as well, it looks like we're going into a new bull market very soon. Like gold and silver, for example, are really starting to take off. So now would be the best time to really put some rocket fuel under Bitcoin Cash on the marketing side of things as well, and start promoting that to businesses. They're all losing faith in the dollar, and it looks like the whole economy is going to come down. So Bitcoin Cash needs to be there in a position where it can take massive influx of new users when the time comes. And we've already got a lot of infrastructure in place that is going to aid in doing that, like Bitcoin.com wallet, for example, is a very good app. And they got the cash register app. It's all free stuff, by the way. Like some of these banking, the banks, they charge businesses like $40 a month to have this device in their store to facilitate credit card payments or debit card payments. But with Bitcoin Cash, you can just have like some cheap $50 tablet or like some old phone or something. That's all you need, free app, and you're ready to go. So there's really not much stopping people from being onboarded to this. There's a low barrier for entry here.
Yeah, I think, one thing that we really need to work on is P2P liquidity. More buyers, more sellers on like local.bitcoin.com, for example. And also business models. Like one thing that Kusha and I have been working on are business models that, one guy could just, use local.bitcoin.com and maybe some other tools or other offerings and immediately start to make a profit by buying and selling BCH on local.bitcoin.com.
Yeah, I can tell you something that would be good to do on that website. In my local area here, there's a lot of merchants that accept BCH. So they, some of them sell occasionally. And you could literally just go and buy BCH from these guys at like market rate, and then sell that on the platform at a bit of a higher rate because you pay a price for not doing KYC and all this sort of stuff on a local Bitcoin platform. And that's how you can make your business. So there's a pro tip for anyone there. Or even better, the business owners themselves should be doing that if they're savvy enough to do that. Then you can make extra buck on everything. But it really depends where you are in the world. You might not be able to get away with that where you live due to government regulations.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like here in Colombia, the government has taken a neutral stance so far. And also, I think you find in the developing world, particularly Latin America, people don't really worry that much about what the laws are that are written down on paper. People are always hungry for an opportunity. So I think those are good ideas, what you shared.
Indeed. But yeah, the main point today is I think we should start some new efforts. We need to make Bitcoin Cash look cool, which is not very difficult to do. It's already really good, but yeah, you just have like some trendy looking people in videos and marketing material, and this is attractive to viewers. And I don't know, there seems to be a lot of interest these days among a younger group of people. They like to do trading on this Robinhood platform, so maybe those guys could be a target audience on one end. But there's many different aspects of Bitcoin Cash itself which you could market and target, like different subgroups of people. For example, there's the privacy aspect of things. Like Bitcoin Cash has very good privacy. It's like seems to be a lot better than some of these so-called privacy coins, and I think we can outcompete them on that front as well. As another growing concern among the populace is that the government is like spying on them, and you don't want to be found out what you're buying and selling or things like that. Well, you can do it on Bitcoin Cash. That might appeal to some people, but cross-border payments is obviously another massive one for businesses. And yeah, I think
there's a
flesh out some ideas there.
Yeah, there's a big trend in free speech now, especially people who are on kind of the right of the political spectrum. You know, you see platforms like Gab or Parler, for example, or people who get deplatformed or kicked off of Patreon. I think that could be a really interesting market.
Indeed. Well, we still need kind of infrastructure. Well, you can do all this stuff peer to peer, right? But it seems that in order to get this stuff to really take off, something like that, you need like a centralized platform where they can all go sign up for an account and get paid through there, kind of like the Read Cash, where you make an account there, and people just go to this website, and that's where they can find all the content creators there. So I think that we need more infrastructure in that area before that kind of thing might take off massively.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So any questions for Hayden from the chat? I know we are early morning for some people. It's 3 a.m. for me.
You've probably got a long day ahead of you. I was just looking at the schedule before, and I was like, "Damn, this is gonna be a long one."
Yeah, that's the fun of having a global community for Bitcoin Cash. Oh, so we do have a question here from the chat. Shiny Cakes asks Hayden, which layer 2 technology do you think will be used in the future?
None of them, because there's simply no need. You don't need it when the base layer is not crippled. So the company Blockstream, who hijacked BTC development, their business model was like building these side chains and other layers. And in order for them to have a reason to exist, they needed to cripple BTC, and that they've tried to force people onto their products by doing that, but it didn't work. You can go look at the total market cap charts on like Coin Market Cap, and you can see basically when the blocks became full, other cryptocurrencies, they just exploded in value. So when BTC was becoming slow, expensive, and unreliable, people just sold and went to another cryptocurrency that was not experiencing such poor user experience. And there's simply no reason to use side chains, in my opinion. It's definitely not going to be a thing on Bitcoin Cash, I can tell you that much.
So we have another question. Yeah, I agree. Another question from the chat. Does Bitcoin Cash have any outreach programs to reach out to a global audience?
No, it doesn't. So this is why it's up to guys like me or you to do things and market BCH in your local area, or however you want to do it. Start a YouTube channel. yeah, it's up to us. That's just part of it. Given that it's decentralized, there's no company, there's no like marketing fund that is like ready to deploy and start ad campaigns. So you just have to get out there and spread the word. This is how BTC became so successful previously, by these grassroots efforts and guys like Roger Ver. So we can do that again, and it just requires a bit of effort. If there's like many people doing good work, like some of the guys in BCH community nowadays, and if we can keep attracting more guys, more people like that, then yeah, we'll have no problem with our marketing efforts and like spreading adoption.
And we're building a Discord workspace for things like this at bchignite.com. So any prospective builders out there, you might want to join us there, and you can get mentoring, get your questions
Yeah,
asked.
I think one thing is, a lot of people I've heard them say that they're like, oh, I lack the courage or whatever to go out and talk to people about this, or talk to businesses about this. And so they want to find out how, like, my methods or like things that other people do to get merchants over the line. So it could be good to discuss this in a group somewhere, or like provide content for people that are looking to get into doing that type of thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's just a habit,
But
really.
the easiest thing you can do is just like when you're telling someone about it, just like, hey, download the app on the App Store. Everyone's got a phone. And so they go get the Bitcoin wallet from bitcoin.com. It's the top result. And you send them a few dollars. Tipped many people, shilled them Bitcoin this way. So, and the app is getting updates frequently these days. They're getting more new features like price charts and stuff like that. So who knows, that could interest some people more than it did previously.
Cool. So last question for Hayden. What does Hayden think are the best ongoing projects in Bitcoin Cash?
Oh yeah, so I think I think one of the good ones at the moment is Tobias Ruck's uh, his point of sale device there, and the card, the debit card, that is actually spending BCH, not dollars, like some of these other ones. They're like fake crypto cards. This is like actually spending BCH when you tap it. And like, I don't know about other countries, but here in Australia, like everyone who is using banking, they just tap their card now. They just like tap it on machines. Even though there's a fee, it like doesn't feel like it. They just tap the card because it's so convenient. And I don't know, a few people have the app like scanned in on their phone, or the card scanned on their phone, so they pay with NFC as well, the same type of thing. So I think this is like that is something that is going to be helping spread adoption a lot. But it's like up to your personal preference, I guess. I like QR codes, so you don't have to touch anything. So I don't know. It might depend on the individual. One benefit of the card is that you don't need a phone. You don't need an internet connection really when you're at the merchant to spend. So I think that's going to be one massive benefit there.
So actually, let's get one more question in because I think it's a good question. Some
Sure.
believe that many BCH problems are homemade. You seem to blame BTC more. What are your thoughts on how to best improve BCH culture?
Oh, well, I can tell you that I myself have not been impressed by some of the stuff that's been going on in like the last hang on, it's August now. So the last, like, all this year, there's been a lot of not good things going on. And I'm just like really sick of this shit. So I think people should just focus on the goals here of achieving global adoption of peer-to-peer electronic cash instead of wasting time on Reddit doing like infighting and things like this. This is a total waste of energy. And the reality is that the enemy wants us to do stuff like that, like divide and conquer tactics, and it's easier to take us down when there's infighting going on. And there's certainly like enemy operatives like from BTC or BSV or like wherever, they've certainly like infiltrated here, and they're like posing on Reddit as BCH supporters when they're not. So you have to be remaining vigilant about that kind of thing. And me personally, I think I'm gonna try to not even engage or entertain this kind of behavior. So I think more people should be taking that kind of stance with it.
All right. Very good. Okay. Well, Hayden, do you want to get in any final message or mention your website or anything you're working on?
No, it's all good. I wish you good luck with the rest of this lengthy stream. And it looks like there's good lineup of people coming on. So yeah, I hope it's a good stream.
Thanks. Yeah. I wish
and
you guys the best.
Happy BCH anniversary.
Definitely.
Yes.
Wish you guys the best with your stream as well, which is what's the home base for that?
Oh, there's another stream starting on my YouTube channel in like an hour and 40 minutes on Bitcoin BCH, the YouTube channel.
All right. So, that should be a good stream too. I'll give
if you want to tune in.
Two options, right? With BCH, you always get a choice. For better or for worse.
The more the better. There needs to be more. So this is all good.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you, Hayden Otto. BitcoinBCH.com is his website. Check it out.
Catch you later.
All right. Thanks, Hayden.